You know, it can be difficult to discern who is credible and trustworthy on the one hand, or who is not to be trusted on the other hand, when we hear people talk about God or make claims about turning to Christ and we don't know another person's thoughts. We're not able to see with perfect clarity into another person's heart the way that God can. So what are we to make of these things? Well, there's an interesting passage. It's in the book of Philippians. And in this passage, the Apostle Paul addresses this issue of people who are preaching the good news, but they're doing so with improper motives. Here, writing under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, the Apostle Paul writes, this is in Philippians chapter 1. I'm going to start reading at verse 15. He writes, "It's true that some are preaching out of jealousy and rivalry, but others preach about Christ with pure motives. They preach because they love me, for they know I've been appointed to defend the good news." Verse 17, "Those others do not," watch this, "do not have pure motives as they preach about Christ. They preach with selfish ambition, not sincerely intending to make my chains more painful to me." So Paul acknowledges, he knows, he's aware of the fact that some people are proclaiming Christ, yes. However, their motivations are wrong. And obviously that's not good. The fact that their motives are wrong, that's not good. Paul is not defending improper motivations. However, as the passage continues, Paul explains that what is good, it is still good that the truth of Jesus is being proclaimed in spite of the bad motives of some of the messengers. Here, notice what he says as he continues on now in verse 18. He writes, "But that doesn't matter," talking about their selfish ambition and their insincerity. That doesn't matter in the text. Whether their motives are false or genuine, the message about Christ is being preached either way. So I rejoice, and I will continue to rejoice. Hey, come on now. I'm not saying this in order to promote or defend false teachers. No, I'm not doing that. False teachers are not good. Let me say that again, just for the sake of clarity. False teachers are not good. And there are some people who are preaching and their content about Jesus is just wrong. What they're saying is just wrong. It's not just that their motives are bad. The content is good, but their motives is bad. No. There are some people, it's the case that the content of what they're teaching is incorrect. That's dangerous. That's very, very dangerous. However, the message that we get, you go read it yourself if you need to, Philippians 1, 15 through 18. The message we get in the Philippians passage is that we can rejoice whenever the correct message of Jesus, if it's the truth of Jesus is being declared, even if the messenger is flawed.